Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that rising gas prices are a small price to pay for war in the Middle East.
To have all our prices go up. It's ridiculous.
10 minutes after 7 here this morning, Iran hit more energy facilities overnight, creating more pressure on already rising gas and oil prices.
As gas prices were already too high, Israel, without America's permission, just bombed Iran's gas fields, the biggest gas fields in the entire world. That's going to be jacking up prices. And then Iran retaliated by attacking oil and gas sites too, making it a lot worse for us. We're already fighting a war for Israel, then they do this to us. So now as gas prices are going to be going higher, Trump is asking Congress for $200 billion for the war against Iran. So it's going to be high gas prices and higher inflation now? What happened to all the no war promises? And just like that hero Joe Kent said, Israel is dragging America into war with Iran that is not a threat to us, and this has no benefit to us. This is getting beyond ridiculous.
When oil prices go up, so does food and almost everything else that is shipped on a truck. Oil prices will be determined starting on Sunday night, and oil and gas prices will go up. It will also affect your utilities. So the cost of goods, the cost of living is about to go up even further. If you didn't know, inflation was at 3%. Yeah, it was at 3%. It went up again. We lost over 1.2 million jobs in 2025. We lost 600,000 jobs in January. So rising fuel prices and food prices again, when there are almost 9 million Americans out of work, when 60% of companies plan on laying off in the USA, is going to be catastrophic. And don't forget, we have cut all social programs to help with higher cost and people who have lost their jobs. But you're still paying the same taxes. Well, where is that money going? Well, Republicans are in power, everyone. Of course, it's going to war. It's going to law enforcement. I hope that your mortgage company and the grocery store will be okay with you not being able to pay your bills. 10 out of 11 of the last recessions have been under Republican presidents. And by the way, this attack will cost us billions of dollars, billions, and cost of lives. Not mine. My family's already served. So I don't know. Enjoy those higher prices starting on Monday.
It's crazy that we're in the middle of a war with Iran. Gas prices are skyrocketing. The price of oil futures is way over $100 a barrel. Iran's saying that oil's going to hit $200 a barrel. And all Congress is trying to do is pass a bill to make it harder for you to vote. That makes sense. Literally, the only bill that Congress is arguing over right now is that stupid SAVE Act so that they can make it much, much harder for the average American to vote. Because they know that their war and their economy and everything that they've been doing is utterly terrible and is destroying the fabric of this country. And they know that most people are going to vote against this. So what their plan is to make it so hard to vote that only a very slim minority of people are able to vote. And they're hoping that that leftover minority is all people who will vote for them because it's going to be mostly rich people. This isn't on purpose. Our Congress is corrupt as hell, the entire thing. We need to vote all of them out.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joe Report, where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. The promise of a stronger economy has always been one of the most powerful messages in modern politics. Voters consistently prioritize lower costs of living, affordable fuel, and stable food prices when deciding who to support. But what happens when those expectations collide with global events that push prices in the opposite direction? In recent weeks, rising tensions and conflict involving Iran have triggered a chain of reaction in global energy markets, and the effects are beginning to show up where it matters most to everyday people, at the pump and at the grocery store. Before we proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. You'll find all their ads in my description box. But for now, let me play you a few more clips and I'll be back with more commentary.
Hey MAGA, remember how you were so excited to vote for Donald Trump because he said he was going to end all wars and not start any wars and he was going to bring down your prices and make everything more affordable? Then less than a week into office, he completely took back that second part, saying, "Oh, I'm not going to bring down prices, that's too hard." But of course, he took back that whole peace thing too, because he was the first president to ever bomb 7 countries in one single year. But now, just like every other Republican in the last 40 years, he's gotten us into another forever war in the Middle East, which he said there will be no deal with Iran, just unconditional surrender. Now, some of you seem to have caught on as to what this is doing to your gas prices that he also said he would bring down. Gas prices around the country have gone up about 40 to 50 cents in just the last week. And that's because the day after he and Netanyahu started bombing Iran, experts said that the cost of a barrel of oil could go up to $100. As of today, a week after they started bombing, you know what it is? $93. And it's just going to keep going up. And you guys can't even really deny this anymore because I've lost track of the number of videos I've seen in just the last 2 days of Trump supporters throwing away their red hats, throwing away their Trump flags, and ripping their Trump bumper stickers off their truck. And they're doing it over gas prices. So apparently for 10 years, it wasn't the lies that bothered you, it wasn't the misogyny, the racism, or even the pedophilia. It was gas prices that finally broke you out of the cult. But I don't know if you realize just how bad this is. Because while your dear leader, your Jesus figure, is telling you that affordability is a joke and everybody across the country is rich now, not only were our prices going up before this because of his shitty tariffs, but because the cost of gas is going up, the cost of everything is going to go up due to increased transportation prices. Which means that every single thing you buy, including those eggs that you really wanted to be cheaper, are going to be astronomically insane. So how does it feel to vote 3 times for a man who lied to your face about absolutely everything? He didn't make life more affordable for you. He didn't make your insurance or your prescription drugs more affordable for you. He didn't make your house more affordable. He didn't bring down your grocery prices or your gas prices. He's actively hiding the Epstein files. And he's just driving all of you into the poorhouse as he continues to make you all look like traitors to your country.
Gas prices are often the first and most visible sign of economic pressure. When conflict disrupts oil supply routes or creates uncertainty in major producing regions, global oil prices tend to spike. That increase quickly translates into higher fuel costs for consumers. For many households, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a direct hit to their monthly budget. Commuters, small business owners, delivery drivers, and farmers all feel the squeeze almost immediately. And as fuel costs rise, they don't stay contained within the energy sector. They ripple outward. Transportation is the backbone of the modern economy. Nearly every product on store shelves has been shipped, often multiple times, before reaching consumers. When fuel becomes more expensive, so does the cost of transporting goods. This is where grocery prices begin to climb. From fresh produce to packaged goods, higher transportation costs gets passed down the supply chain. Farmers pay more to run machinery and transport crops. Distributors pay more to move goods across regions. Retailers, facing increased overhead, often raise prices to maintain margins. The result is something consumers are already noticing, a grocery bill that keeps getting higher. Beyond transportation, energy costs also affect food production itself. Fertilizers, irrigation systems, and processing facilities all depend on energy. When oil and gas prices rise, so do the costs associated with producing food. This compounds the issue, creating a situation where both production and distribution are becoming more expensive at the same time. For families already managing tight budgets, even small increases in everyday essentials can add up quickly. Economic expectations also play a crucial role in shaping public perception. When leaders campaign on promises of economic improvement, people naturally expect relief from financial pressure. Rising prices, especially when tied to global conflict, can create a sense of frustration and uncertainty. Some may question whether those promises can realistically withstand the unpredictability of international events. Others may see the situation as unavoidable, pointing out that global markets are influenced by factors beyond any single administration's control. Another layer to consider is how financial markets respond to instability. Investors tend to react quickly to geopolitical tensions, often driving up commodity prices in anticipation of supply disruptions. This can accelerate price increases even before actual shortages occur. In the case of oil, speculation alone can push prices higher, which then feeds directly into consumer costs. It's a reminder that perception and expectation can sometimes be just as powerful as reality in shaping economic outcomes. At the same time, there are broader implications for inflation. Rising energy and food costs are two of the most significant contributors to inflationary pressure. When both increase simultaneously, central banks may face difficult decisions about interest rates and monetary policy. Efforts to control inflation can lead to higher borrowing costs, affecting everything from mortgages to small business loans. This creates a cycle where economic strain spreads across multiple aspects of daily life.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody and I was balling then. Now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices in the state have gone up by an average of about 60 cents within just a week.
I would just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast. But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then never mind charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I'd just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you.
Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
The overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
At the moment, I'm really out of work.
My hope is that it's temporary and it doesn't last for too long and oil prices come back down. That's my hope.
So here's a question for the President of the United States. You say that we have all kinds of oil. We have more oil than any other country. Tons and tons and tons of oil. So if that is the case, why is it as soon as we go into a conflict with a Middle Eastern country who has a shit ton of their own oil, our gas prices go through the roof? If we have our own oil supply, therefore our oil should not be affected. We just tap into the oil that we have versus using their oil. And secondly, ever since this all started, my fuel gauge goes down like way faster than what it was when things were a little bit more normal. So not only is the gas more expensive, almost double the price, and it's shittier quality. Can someone make this make sense?
Public reaction to these developments is often mixed. Some people focus on the global nature of the problem, recognizing that conflicts in key regions have historically led to similar economic effects. Others focus more on leadership decisions, questioning whether certain actions may have contributed to the situation or whether different choices could have mitigated the impact. These debates are not new, but they tend to intensify when financial pressure becomes more visible and widespread. It's also important to consider how quickly situations like this can evolve. Energy markets are highly sensitive, and prices can fluctuate based on new developments, negotiations, or shifts in supply. What seems like a steady upward trend today could stabilize or even reverse, depending on how events unfold. However, for consumers dealing with immediate price increases, long-term uncertainty offers little comfort in the short term. Ultimately, the connection between global conflict, energy prices, and the cost of living highlights just how interconnected the modern economy has become. Decisions made on the international stage can have direct consequences for households thousands of miles away. Whether it's the price of filling up a car or buying groceries for the week, these impacts are felt in very real and tangible ways. As the situation continues to develop, many people are left asking important questions about economic resilience, leadership, and the balance between global strategy and domestic stability. Can governments effectively shield citizens from the economic fallout of international conflicts? And how much control do leaders truly have over global market forces? And perhaps most importantly, what can be done to ease the burden on everyday consumers facing rising costs?
Hey MAGA, I don't know if you can read that sign behind me, but it says gas is $3.55. $3.55. What happened, guys? I thought it was supposed to be $1.99. Should we start putting the I did that stickers on the gas pumps for Donald Trump? Because you guys sure did that with Joe Biden. Guess what? Gas, crude oil, it's now over $108 a barrel. It could keep going. We're going to be looking at $4, $5 gas. Is this what you guys voted for?
So what do you all think? Are rising gas and grocery prices an unavoidable result of global conflict, or could different decisions have changed the outcome? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video specifically tailored for you, and if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel and helps YouTube recommend this video to a wider audience. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, the Joy Report out.